Hey guys, how's it going? Felipe here. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing good. So in this video, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna do a coding exercise known as FizzBuzz. So let's see what that is exactly. So FizzBuzz, it's a programming exercise. So write a program that uses console.log to print all the numbers from 1 to 100 with two exceptions. For numbers divisible by 3, print fizz instead of the number, and for numbers divisible by 5 and not 3, print buzz instead. When you have that working, modify your program to print fizz buzz for numbers that are divisible by both 3 and 5, and still print fizz or buzz for numbers divisible only by one of those. Remember the trick of using the remainder operator for checking whether a number is divisible by another number has a remainder of 0. Okay, cool. So let's see how we would go on about solving this exercise. I'm going to hit Control Backtick to open the terminal. And for this, we're just going to need a JavaScript file. So I'm going to touch a main.js to create one. And I'm going to install NodeMon to run the console here on the terminal. Okay, cool. So I'm going to add a script to this to run NodeMon. So I'll add that in the package.json, so script. And then NodeMon main.js to run it on that specific file. I'm missing some stuff here. So it's going to be dev Olin, and this stuff goes over here. Okay, that should work. Now I'm going to go to the the JavaScript file. So main.js, the extension JS is basically JavaScript. So I'm going to go through the numbers 1 through 100 as the exercise said. So 1 through 100. And then for numbers divisible by 3, print this, and then for numbers divisible by 5, print buzz. Divisible is a hard word to spell, man. And then for numbers divisible by both, print fizz buzz. All right, cool. So let's see how we would go on about doing this. We're going to need a function. If I could spell function right. And then I'll just call this function FizzBuzz. I'm going to pass in a number through the num parameter. Okay, so we're going through number 1 through 100. So that's going to be a loop. So let's j equal 0. And then as long as j is less than or equal to 100, or in this case num, because I'm passing a num, increment j. So as long as this condition is true, j would increase in number all the way up to the number that is passed. It has to be less or equal to this number. So all these different scenarios is basically branching, where I do different conditions. So I'll use an if statement. In this case, if J module 3 equals 0. So if J divided by 3 has a remainder of 0, this would be true. And then same for if J modulo 5 equals 0. So in that case, this condition would be true. So that log is buzz. All right, so that takes care of that. That scenario. Now for the other one, else if, another condition here, if J modulo 3 equals 0, console, geez, I can't spell that. That log biz. And then for the other condition, else if J modulo 5 equals 0, console.log buzz. Okay, and finally, else console.log J. So just a number. If it's not divisible, if it has a remainder larger than 0, when it's divided by 3 or 5, just return the number, which is J, which is being iterated over here in this for loop, and increases all the way as long as J is less than or equal to whatever number we pass in here. All right, let's see if this works. So I'm going to call the function BizBuzz, and then I'm going to pass in a number as an argument, 100. And over here in the terminal, I'm going to run this file and see if it works. Cool. So you see here in the outputs, that's weird. The 0 has a, so I guess this would be a 1. And let me see if that, wait, what? Okay, so I made J a 1 now. Let me try running this again. Node on main.js. Nice. So for every number that is divisible by 3, it returns fizz. And then for every number divisible by 5 and has a remainder of 0, it returns buzz. And then for every number that is divisible by 3 or 5 and has a remainder of 0, it returns fizzbuzz. Otherwise, it just returns J, which is each other number that you see on here, all the way up to 100. So this is a pretty cool exercise, I would say. Let me see if I can change it up, like refactoring it, right? So how can we change this and make it a little more readable, but yet still working, right? So I can create variables for these conditions, right? FizzBuzz, so I'll create a const named FizzBuzz equals this condition here. And that would basically replace this here with the variable FizzBuzz. So FizzBuzz in here has the same value of whatever this is here. So it basically takes the place of that condition. And let's create another variable, const fizz equals this condition here. So I'll just remove it from here, paste it here. So now I can put fizz in here, the variable, and it has the same value of this condition here. And finally, const buzz equals this condition here, which I'll just cut and paste over here. And now I can put the variable buzz in here. And it should still work exactly the same. Let me save it and test it. Let's see if that works. Cool. So 5 divisible by 3 fizz. And then if divisible by 3 and 5 and has remainder of 0, fizz buzz. So yeah, that did work. Let me see once more if I can change this up and make it a little less writing. So for this, I will use a ternary operator. So first I'll start off with fizz buzz. And I'll add a ternary operator, which is the question mark, and then console.log fizz buzz, if that is true. And if it is false, is fizz true? If this fizz is true, which is j modulo 3 equals 0, then console.log fizz, the string fizz. And if this is false, then is buzz true? And if buzz is true, console.log buzz. And then if that is not true, console.log j. All right, let's see if this works or if I mess something up. So this ran again down here, and it seems to be working too. So basically this is conditional ternary, which is this question mark symbol here, where if the condition here is true, which is this, the value of this variable here, is going to console log, which is going to show on the log, which in this case is down here, the string fizz buzz. And if it's not true, is fizz true, which is this value here, this operation here. And if that is true, it's going to console.log fizz on the console. And if that is not true, it is false, is buzz true. So in this case, it's going to run this operation here for the value of buzz and console.log buzz. And if that is not true, it's just going to console.log j, which is just the number between 1 to 100, the actual number. So here we see, yeah, that if divisible by 3 and has a remainder of 0, print fizz. If divisible by 5 and has a remainder of 0, print buzz. And if divisible by 3 and divisible by 5 and has a remainder of 0, print fizz buzz. And then it just iterates throughout the rest all the way to 100. Cool. So that is basically the fizz buzz exercise. Overall pretty easy, but it's kind of cool how this basically walks you through branching and using loops and iterations. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I could share some cool stuff with you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.